From fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Casino Secrets with Vegas Vic and Ziggy.
Because you need to have longevity to learn your mistakes, learn how to fix them, learn to fix the holes in your life. And by bankroll, I mean money set aside that doesn't have to pay food, rent, car, insurances, living expenses, girlfriends, or whatever. Is in your envelope just to play poker. Or any other kind of professional gambling, whether it's blackjack or whatever else you choose to play.
Right.
So you need to have that as your bankroll for playing only and nothing else. That means you need to have more money for all the other things. So when you factor in the cost of living, your apartment, your mortgage, your car, and everything like that, you should not embark on that career unless you have $50,000.
Got it. Okay. Do you have a favorite hand?
Favorite hand? Yes, that's a very interesting question. There are two answers to this.
Okay.
Best female pro, good question. Jennifer Harmon. Anyway, let me answer that other question. My favorite hand. Now, from the perspective of being able to play good professional poker, I would say that the kind of hands that are very useful for winning and for deception value, in my mind, are ace queen and ace king suited, aces or kings, and sometimes jack 10 suited, because jack 10 suited can make not only straight flushes and straights, but can also get to the royal flush or even match up with a higher flush value. Now, personally, my favorite hand, and this is a really stupid hand, it has no mathematical value, is king 3. It's a crap hand. Most people throw it away. And the reason why I like it, because when I started to play poker many years ago, we called the game King Crab, after the Alaskan king crab, because the 3 is called a crab, and the king is a king, so King Crab.
Okay.
And we were playing a low limit game, 4-8 limit, and I had a run in which for several days I won enormous pots with King 3. Now, at the time, I was pretty stupid, and some people would say that I still am. But I didn't know at the time that this was a crappy hand. And so I played it, and I would win with it. And so it was always called, people would always say to me, there goes Vic winning with King Crab again. And so from a nostalgia perspective, that's what I would consider my favorite hand. And every now and then I still play it.
Okay. Now, I don't know her real name. Her handle here is Sheet Snob, and she just want to let us know that she's loving this scope, thanking us very much for all the information. But she said Queen 8 in the next comment, and I didn't know what she meant by that, and so I was going to have her either expand on that, unless you know what she's talking about.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you very much for the kind words. We appreciate it. Before I get to that, there was a best female player.
Who is the best female professional poker player?
Jennifer Harmon.
Jennifer Harmon.
And she's not very well known outside of cash game circles, but she is the only poker player in the history of Las Vegas to win the biggest open game pot.
Oh, okay.
It was about $1.8 million. When I first started,
so even though every hand name was a good hand, Queen at my fave hand.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Make that note. So Jennifer, for best female player, I would say Jennifer Harmon. As far as cash game players are concerned, as far as female tournament poker players, I'm really not that up, to be honest with you, with the female tournament players. But
because you're a sexist.
No, I'm not a sexist. I play at night, not during the day, and most of these people play during the day, and so.
Okay.
So yeah, Jennifer Harmon, I would say best female poker player by far. Okay, so about the Queen 8.
About the Queen 8, that's her favorite hand. Does online poker make you a better player? Okay, I'll write that down.
Okay, the question about the Queen 8. Okay, actually, one of the most undervalued hands is Queen 7. And the reason is because Queen 7 statistically has a better chance of winning a pot. Sorry to ask many questions, but I'm really enjoying. Oh, thank you very much.
No, we loving the questions.
No,
trust me.
We really do enjoy the questions. So one of the things that is one of the hands that's very undervalued is Queen 7, and that's because statistically it has a better chance to win than many of the other hands, including Queen 8. Now Queen 8, is kind of like, do you know the King 8 motel chain?
The what?
The King 8 motel chain?
No.
Well,
there's a King 8 motel chain.
Yes, there was a King 8 motel chain, and a lot of people used to say, well, when you have King 8, what you need is a Queen 8 to go with you.
Ah.
Right? So it's kind of like, remember the thing about the 9-6-69?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So King 8 motel, you need to have your Queen 8 to go with you.
Okay.
But if it's do you have, what's that?
Hold on, I got it.
So if Queen 8 is your favorite hand, that's fine. It's kind of like my King Crab, But if you're actually wanting to be in a poker game and you have a Queen 8, that's usually a hand you would throw away. But a Queen 7 is a little bit better of a better hand for that. And it's one of those undervalued and underplayed hands, especially when it's suited. And it has some value to it. But the discussion for that is somewhat involved. So I'd like to refer you to some of my poker books. If you want to look at my poker books, you can go to my website, which is morecasinodeals.com. There's a section on books. You can look them up. There's a whole bunch of books on poker that I had written. And if by any chance you want to look up somebody else's poker books, that's fine. There are many fine authors that will describe a lot of the nuances of that game. So, what was that other question?
Okay. I'm going to try answering this, and then you correct me if I'm wrong. Does playing online poker make you a better player? And I'm going to say no, because when you're playing online poker, you don't see the tells. The psychology is gone, and you're playing pure numbers and statistics and stuff like that. Whereas you're playing live poker, you're playing more like the players, not their cards.
Yes and no.
Okay. I'm right and wrong.
Because you have online tells.
Okay.
There are online tells, Now, to answer your question, does
it make you a better player?
Short answer,
yes.
And the reason is because online you get a lot more hands, a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
You get to more experiences, more hands, you see more events, more situations. You can experience more of the game. Doyle Brunson once said that you can get more experience playing online poker in 1 month than he got in 10 years of playing live poker.
Oh, okay.
And that's true, because many players who, especially those who multi-table, you can play so many thousands of hands that you really cannot play in a live poker game. Because in a live poker game you get dealt anywhere from about 30 to 40 hands per hour.
Okay.
Depending on whether it's no limit or limit and how fast everything moves. In online games, the average is 80 hands an hour.
Oh, okay. So
regardless, because online poker has a clock.
Right.
Live poker doesn't, because there's people. The dealers and other players will wait if somebody wants to make a decision.
Oh, I see. Whereas when you're online, you just can't sit there forever.
You can't call time, because you get timed out.
Got it.
And that's good, because it forces people to make decisions. It gives you an opportunity to sharpen your brain, realize the situations in which you're in, and that's why you can get, like Doyle Brunson said, 10 years worth of experience in 1 month.
That's awesome.
And but in terms of the tells, good point. In a live poker game, the fact that you have those poker tells, you can watch the other players, unless you're playing with your phone and not
playing with the phone, which we learn not to do.
So if you're looking